The Weekend in Jacksonville is presented by Stonecore on Phillips Highway, your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and more. Stonecore, we do outdoors better.
Hello, Hicken here, ready to bring you all things Jacksonville sports this weekend. Thank you to Stonecore. Thank you to the Bernie Grill is hot today. And our little friend is here as well. Let's talk Jaguars first, shall we? And me speculates not all is well in Jagland. Of course it's not. Why? Well, me thinks owner is ticked. Coach is ticked. Defensive coordinator is fired. Defensive staff is fired. A lot of people want offensive coordinator fired. A lot of people wondering why GM is there. Listen, meetings going on all week. We haven't heard from Trent Baalke. He did have a press conference last year at the end of the season. So he's not required to meet with the media, but why hasn't he? Where is he? I don't know. I'm not down there. I'm just wondering out loud. Doug Peterson had his press conference before he fired defensive coordinator, so doesn't really have to address that except through a statement. So a lot going on here, and that's what happens when you have an epic collapse, which the Jaguars did. And listen, you can blame the defense all you want. They deserve it. They were terrible against backup quarterbacks down the stretch. They couldn't tackle. We watched it. Everybody knew you just got to stop Derrick Henry. You beat the Titans. Couldn't do it. So I get it. But the offense is also to blame. So there's a lot to go around here when you have that kind of collapse. And I don't know who's going to fix it, but somebody needs to in the higher up organization for the Jacksonville Jaguars going forward, because it was a DNA change and loss, man. It's a loss that could carry over to next year. It's a loss that could make the Jaguars not be able to get up, dust themselves off, and go win the AFC South. Now, I think as long as you have Trevor Lawrence, you're going to compete. But if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. You don't really stay the same in the NFL. That's what the Jags chose to do last offseason. And in the end, really, this 9-8 ain't the same as last year's 9-8. We all know that. We all know there's a lot of problems that need to be fixed. Anybody does. They know it too. They got to fix it. Anyway, enough talk about the Jaguars. It's the offseason. There's a lot to accomplish there. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Florida. Billy Napier, you better be calling every kid at Alabama who you were in the final 2 or 3 for and seeing if they want to come back to Gainesville. There's Florida guys all over that roster. Get them home. Get them home, because Nick Saban, the GOAT, much props, much respect, but much joy that he's no longer coaching in the SEC. Good, I say. And we'll see what happens going forward. But yeah, that's a no-brainer. Continues to hit the transfer portal. Rankings are okay. Listen, I'm the guy. I'm going to keep trying to find hope, and I have hope for the Gators going into the fall. I'm not going to talk about the basketball team right now because it's not a good time to talk about it. And FSU doing very well getting in the portal. I mean, Mike Norvell's got this dadgum thing figured out, and last I saw, he was ranked like 5th as a school in the portal. So lots going on, even in the offseason. It never ends. That's why you got to listen to my All Things Jacksonville Sports this weekend, brought to you by Stonecore. We'll talk to you next time.